side to the other.
All the guests have arrived as expected, sir. Everything's going according to plan. We'll meet you in the study. Right then. Are you comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, out!
Ladies and gentlemen, these instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
It seems the 6 of you have all received the same letter. It will be to your advantage to be present on this date, because in this body bring to end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability.
That's what I says.
Well, you all have one thing in common.
It's that Terry McCarthy. We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable time, all of you have been paying more than you can afford to summon your friends to expose you.
Police! What could anyone blackmail me for? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until you had received your letters, you hadn't known who was blackmailing you. But now I'm sure that even the least discerning amongst you has determined that the man behind your ransom is Mr. Body himself.
Who is this body, fellow, you brutish butler?
Who Mr. Body is no concern of yours. Suffice it to say, he's in support of the House Un-American Activities Committee. He feels your activities have been decidedly un-American.
I'm this American man.
My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, leaving you all culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I cannot. Let's start with you, Professor Plum.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It says here you want to professor of psychiatry, specializing in pathological lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Ah, well, yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But you can't practice anymore. Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What'd you do?
You know how male doctors aren't supposed to date their lady patients?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, he did.
How terrible. You know, someday there'll be a reckoning for men like you.
I hope so.
Me too. You're disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock?
What now?
How then do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared. But slipping cash onto the bathroom stall at old Ibbott's grill? How would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks. What were you in that men's room?
So it is.
No, it's a fish fly.
You've been paying that blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers. Seems a little sticky, no?
Now see here.
Well, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed?
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right. But I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
What exactly did you do?
I run a non-governmental agency that handles classified affairs. Affairs in Washington.
Miss Scarlet, is that how you knew the Colonel? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlet.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
That is true.
A double negative.
Double negative. You mean you have photographs?
That sounds like a confession to me. In fact, that double negative is let the proof. I'm afraid you gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, sir.
There.
Colonel, you hold a sensitive security post at the Pentagon. Those negatives would certainly compromise that position.
And what position exactly were you caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage.
Let's see, who's next?
Miss White!
You've been paying our blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmail?
I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he threaten to kill you in public?
I think she meant he had threatened, in public, to kill her.
Oh.
It was all over the papers.
But he was the one who died. Not you, Miss White. Not you.
He was found dead, at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so it is, you know. But I didn't do it. I've been out all night at the movies.
What was showing?
The naked alibi.
A likely story.
But he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reaped it.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a...
I don't need you to mask me, Wadsworth. I already know what you're going to say about it.
What's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
What?
Well, you asked, who is a homosexual? I said,
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But that's not it, Mr. Green.
How do you mean?
There's evidence to support the question of your politics.
My politics, since when is being part of the Republican Party a crime?
You used to want oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election. It's grounds for announcing if there ever was one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has its price, Mr. Green.
So, there you have it.
Have what?
A crooked senator's wife, a lascivious doctor, a disloyal Republican, and so forth. Not exactly adhering to an all-American standard of behavior, are you?
Depends on who you ask.
But if this body fella is such a noble citizen himself, then why didn't he just report us to the authorities?
And refuse the opportunity to make an extra buck. Come now, Professor, what could be more American than that?
Apple pie!
So we're being blackmailed by a renegade McCarthyist. Where does that leave us?
Where is this Mr. Body?
What does he want from us?
Who cares? I'm not waiting to find out. I've done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator. You can't tell me what to do. It's locked!
Indeed! The doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out! Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your host for the evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
How do you do?
What's after you?
Miss White in the study with her knee.
I studied martial arts.
There is one more piece of information you may like to have.
What?
The police will be here in less than an hour.
The police? Unless what?
You agree to double down.
And why would we agree to do that?
Because if you don't, I'll take this briefcase containing all the evidence needed to expose your wrongdoing to the police, the press, and the House Un-American Committee. With the right spin, they'll make a copy out of anyone. For some of you, I expect a lifetime of jail, but for others, a lifetime of shame.
You said
Where's the legal situation?
unless what?
Well, there is something that you could do for me that would change the game. Something I just can't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
I will sit here. I will sit.
Sorry, very nice award. Sorry. What's this about, sir?
In this bag, there are 6 packages I thought our guests might find useful this evening.
Packages?
Presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of fellow.
Oh, yeah.
Wadsworth, would you please see to that each one of our guests receive a gift?
Glad there.
make a guess as to what's in their boxes?
Perfume,
Candy.
a rare single malt Scotch whiskey.
Aren't guessing games fun? Please, open them.
A candlestick.
A wrench.
A lead pipe.
A dagger?
A revolver.
Just a rope.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came here tonight because you believe the evidence against you was so terrible that you'd do anything to keep it a secret. I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
See, Mr. Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep him quiet.
How do you mean?
I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth!
That's a lie.
He may look suave and charming,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
but really he's conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why do you think he's called the police?
You called the police?
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if one of you could manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, then I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or report you to the police.
Get rid of?
Does he mean to kill him?
In fact, if one of you can kill Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets but also mine, then I will eliminate your blackmail altogether and be done with this terrible business once and for all.
You would never.
Don't want to make us do it, buddy. Why don't you just do your dirty work yourself?
Yeah,